Hi friends, and welcome back. In this chapter, we're focusing on trying to control your anxiety, and boy, oh boy, do we ever. Anxiety brings a lot of discomfort, so it makes perfect sense that we do things to try to minimize that or to avoid it altogether. It's just whether or not it's working for us or not working for us. So in this chapter, chapter 2, your teen will be focusing on learning the acronym DOTS, D-O-T-S, to help them get some insight into the ways that they might try to avoid their anxiety. D stands for distractions, and we all do it, whether it's Netflix, social media, YouTube, shopping, even cleaning. In university, I had the cleanest closets during finals. O stands for opting out, or other words, avoiding people, places, or situations. Teens avoid homework, running into people, sometimes talking on the phone, sometimes avoiding being seen in public with us, and as parents, we avoid similarly. I'd encourage you to think of a time that maybe you wanted to have a difficult conversation with your teen, and maybe you avoided it because you were concerned around how it might be received. T. T stands for thinking. Thinking in time warps. Our minds love to go to the future and they love to go to the past. And we kind of stay there going over and over, hoping that we can figure things out and control our anxiety and make it go away. The problem is we usually end up staying there instead of coming back to present and doing what matters. I'd encourage you to think about a time that maybe you were doing what ifs. What ifs are a really good sign that we're dotting and we're out in the future. S. Self-harm. Self-harm refers to the things that we might do that would cause physical harm to our bodies. Eating, sleeping, exercising too much or too little, gambling, alcohol, drugs, cutting, thoughts around suicide. Those can all be ways that we try to manage strong anxiety and we're really trying not to feel. And now we're not saying that dots are bad. In fact, they're often pretty effective in the short term. It's when they're in the long term that they become problematic. So, I'd like you now to kind of further your learning and take some time and think about a time when you were anxious about your teen. Can you think what you might be worried about? Can you think at that time maybe how you managed it? Did you use any dots to try to decrease feeling so anxious around those worries? I know for me, I'm guilty that when I worry about my kids, and sometimes that comes across as anger, it might come across as little passive-aggressive remarks, I might have a sharp tone, I might avoid altogether, nag, or sometimes shame their choices. Dots are something we all do. It's about getting more aware and seeing if they're working or not working for us. So this week, I'd actually like to give you a task of trying to notice your own emotions. Maybe it's worries about your teen, or maybe there are different emotions that you're experiencing. But notice to see if maybe you're also dotting. And maybe what are some of the situations that evoke you to dot. If you can, record them, track them, because we're going to use them for future use. Okay? Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening. I'll see you soon.